Life is changed by choice. You were not created to simply exist. You were created to manifest purpose. The tragedy of life is not death. The tragedy is a life lived without direction, without discipline, without destiny. Every one of us has within us the seed of transformation, but that seed can only grow when we decide to focus, not on others, not on circumstances, not on excuses, but on ourselves. For the next 90 days, your life could completely shift. Not by wishing, not by waiting, but by working intentionally on the person in the mirror. You see, success is predictable and failure is also predictable. When you change your focus, you change your results. When you discipline your habits, you design your future. And when you take responsibility for your life, you activate the power God placed in you from the beginning. Tonight, I want to challenge you to stop living as a victim of your environment and start living as the architect of your destiny. Because in 90 days, if you focus on yourself, if you embrace the right principles, and if you walk with consistency, you can step into a life that looks completely different from the one you are living today. So hear me well, you are only 90 days away from a breakthrough. But it begins with one decision: focus on yourself. Discipline your daily habits, and your habits will discipline your future. This is one of the most profound truths of life. Many people desire success. They desire transformation. They want a better life. But desire without discipline is nothing more than daydreaming. The reality is simple. Your life today is the sum of the habits you have practiced consistently over the last months and years. If you want a different tomorrow, you must cultivate different habits today. The beauty of life is that God has designed it in such a way that consistency, not luck, determines destiny. If you rise every morning and do the same things, you will arrive at the same results. But if you rise with intention, if you discipline yourself to adopt new behaviors, new routines, and new commitments, your life can change dramatically, and that change is not distant. It can begin in just 90 days. Habits are powerful because they operate silently. They are like seeds planted in the soil of time. At first, nothing seems to happen when you change a habit, but over days, weeks, and months, the seeds you sow in your behavior grow into fruits you cannot deny. If you commit to reading, praying, exercising, learning, or practicing your craft for 90 days straight, you will not just see improvement. You will see transformation. Your body will feel different, your mind will think differently, your confidence will rise, and the results in your environment will shift. Discipline may feel uncomfortable at first because it is about denying yourself of short-term pleasure for the sake of long-term reward. But the truth is that discipline is never punishment. Discipline is training for greatness. When you look at successful individuals, whether in business, leadership, or personal growth, you will discover that their success was not built in a day. It was built daily. The small choices they made repeatedly became the pillars of their achievements. For 90 days, you can decide to break old cycles that no longer serve you. For 90 days, you can eliminate distractions, stop wasting time on meaningless activities, and replace them with productive routines that serve your vision. That is, the secret discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you desire to be. You cannot cross that bridge without consistency, and you cannot maintain consistency without discipline. Consider this every day. You are either building your future or destroying it. There is no neutral ground. What you do daily accumulates either as progress or as regret. The danger many fall into is thinking that small, undisciplined actions do not matter. One day missed, one unhealthy choice, one wasted hour may not appear destructive on its own, but repeated over time, it compounds into failure. Likewise, one day of discipline may not produce instant glory, but when multiplied over 90 days, it builds a foundation for success that cannot be shaken. The principle of sowing and reaping applies here. You always reap what you sow, and you reap later than you sow, and you reap more than you sow. That is why habits are not small, they are seeds of destiny. Discipline is also about alignment. When you discipline your daily habits, you align your actions with your goals and your goals with your purpose. Too often, people say they want change, but live in a way that contradicts their desires. They want to grow financially, but spend recklessly. They want to be healthier, but neglect exercise and nutrition. They want to deepen their faith, but never discipline themselves in prayer or study. Change cannot come to the undisciplined. It only comes to those who align behavior with vision. That alignment requires focus, and focus requires sacrifice. You cannot do everything and expect results. You must choose the habits that shape the future you want.